Hello from Corfe Castle in Dorset, where today we're going to be driving the Peugeot E-3008 and the Kia EV3. But which is the electric car for you? Let's find out. Two electric SUVs that are both stylish, practical and punch above their weight. But when you break it down, which one comes out on top? I'll be comparing the two on driving, style, comfort, practicality and tech to see which one is top of the pops. Styling wise, let's have a look at the front of the Kia. It's quite minimalist. You've got this lovely light bar across the front there, these daytime LEDs, and a little bit of styling here for your airflow, which helps to cool the battery and all that jazz. Coming over to the Peugeot E-3008, Peugeot have rebadged it. So loving that, I think it looks so much better. I'm really enjoying this grille as well. You've got your sensors and stuff there, and you've got the 3-claw motif going on as well, which looks great in the rear view mirror. If you're being followed by this on a dark night, you see those 3 claws, it does look fantastic. So the main difference is a little bit more minimal, a lot more going on here. Which is your preference? In my opinion, I quite like the way that Kia have designed their car. This looks nice and sporty for me, but this is a little bit more refined. Personally, I'm all about the more futuristic look of EVs, so I'm giving this round to the Kia EV3. 1-0. Quick, pause now before we go any further. Here are the car's stats side by side. First impressions, it's premium, it's comfy, it's spacious. I'm quite liking this material here. I'm loving the ambient lighting here, which looks phenomenal at night, by the way. The Kia EV3, on the other hand, is just a bit more open and spacious, largely down to it being a ground-up EV. Others have commented that it does feel a bit more premium, but personally I disagree. I think the E-3008 is a bit more premium and aesthetically pleasing. The cup holders, they do a job. They hold your cup, they hold your big water bottle, nice and secure. The door bins, on the other hand, a little bit tricky getting that guy in there, but it does fit eventually. Underarm storage, plenty of that, and it's also cooled. So if you've got your air conditioning on, it will keep whatever is in your underarm rest nice and cool. We nearly forgot about this guy. Extra storage down here. You've also got your USB-C charging ports there. Underneath here, we've got plenty of storage for things like your car keys. You've also got 2 water bottle holders. Oh yes, does it have a decent door bin? Let's have a look. Big water bottle, does it fit? Sort of. It's a little bit crooked. Despite a tie on the number of cup holders and they're just about sufficient door bins, I'm giving the interior to the Peugeot. The seats are nice, Alcantara leather as well, heated for the passenger and the driver, but it's a bit of a faff to navigate through the system to get onto those. I'd much prefer the options to be right here, but they are in certain other cars, including the Kia EV3. Not only that, the EV3 comes with ventilated seats as well. Here we've got the iToggle setup, which I think is really good. Like it, you can just click between your climate, your navigation, your media, etc., and also add favourites to that. I quite like this. I think it's a good setup. In terms of the infotainment system, they've got a good mix of physical knobs and buttons. So you've got a roller there for your music. You can turn your climate on and off with no issue whatsoever here. You've got some haptic touch buttons here for your home, your map, your search, your media and your setup, and also your favorites. I can't help but enjoy the iToggle screen on the 3008, but safety is safety and you just can't beat buttons. That's another one to the EV3. This car has flappy paddles which controls the level of regenerative braking that puts energy back into your battery, so you can have it on strong, medium or weak. Big fan of these because this helps you to control your regen. So if you want the car to brake without using the foot brake, you can just use these. Help to gamify driving a little bit as well, and you can decide how strong your regen is using these paddles. Unfortunately, this car doesn't have full iPedal driving, which means it won't come to a full stop, which is a bit of an oversight in my opinion. Great features about this car: the vehicle to load capacity, meaning you can plug other things into it, but it's also got a 3-pin plug in the back, so you can plug in things like your laptop and work away when you're on long road trips. Both have pretty competitive levels of handy tech for their price point, but with full iPedal regen, vehicle to load and a head-up display, it's got to go to the Kia. But arguably, most importantly, how do they feel on the road? While the EV3 may be a tech marvel, but the E-3008 is a more connected driving experience. How did this perform on the windy country roads of Dorset? Pretty well, actually. On the whole, it handles very well. It's point and shoot, it's fairly light steering, and it feels good to drive. The EV3, on the other hand, definitely feels like a heavier car when driving. While this can be assuring at higher speeds, the majority of driving makes it feel a tad cumbersome and disconnected from the road somewhat. So while it may be a touch faster on paper, overall driving experience goes to the E-3008. Both boots have more than enough space for a family road trip and lots of configurability to squeeze extra bits in here and there. Both passing the golf club test. As the E3008 is a convert, it doesn't have a frunk, and even though the EV3's is tiny, it's just perfect for storing things like charging cables. However, including the EV3's frunk, the E3008 still has more space overall, and the 40-20-40 split makes such a difference. Another point to Peugeot. So it's neck and neck after all. Both have tons of range, great tech and solid performance. The Peugeot is clearly bigger, but it's bigger better. It feels slightly more premium. It charges faster, but it's not a ground-up EV. There's no frunk or front boot, which is mega useful for storing your charging cables. The seats are comfy, but aren't ventilated. No sunroof in this trim. It's ideal for storing longer items like skis, thanks to the centre seat folding down. The Kia is more compact, so ideal for British car parks. It has V2L, which is brilliant for camping. The boot is surprisingly spacious if you take down the false floor and polystyrene fitting, but the seats don't fold down in a 40-20-40 split, my favourite configuration. The Peugeot E3008 long range will do a whopping 435 miles WLTP, but the Kia EV3 is more affordable. The Peugeot feels nicer to drive, but it's harder to park. But stats aside, what does the gut say? Well, there's more important things when choosing your next lease vehicle. Something less tangible, something that makes you feel special behind the wheel of a vehicle. And honestly, while the E3008 was a pleasure to drive, the Kia EV3 just has the X factor.